autism is a developmental difference that makes typically manifests during the first few years of an individual's life, regardless of race, color, and social and economical factors, and results from a different type of neurological wiring that affects social, cognitive, and communication function. Whereas the difference range widely in each individual and are as unique as in every person's neurological design. The difference is understood and as a disability in today's mainstream society, largely built by neurotypical individuals.
The autism community calls on the media and society to move from using awareness to acceptance that's able to foster change and inclusivity for those affected by autism. The levels of awareness and acceptance have expanded tremendously since the 1970s, when the focus was on finding cure. Today, the use of various evidence-based practices has resulted in educational and behavioral success in many individuals with autism. As a result, many adults with autism lead independent and successful lives as compared to the 1970s.
Whereas, in fall of 2020, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, reported that approximately 1 in 54 children in the U.S. was diagnosed with autism. This number seems to be on the rise due to higher awareness and increased testing in the early developmental phases of an individual's life, which allows for earlier intervention. Whereas, young adults with autism are less likely to continue their education past secondary school, and 35% do not have a job or receive postgraduate education after leaving high school due to lack of adequate integration support. Very few colleges and universities have established on-campus program for neurodiverse students once they are enrolled, offering academic support as well as assistance with life skills to ease the adjustments to college lives. Whereas individuals with autism often require a lifetime of specialized and community support service to ensure their healthy, safety, and well-being. Families need support with the psychological and economic challenges that autism presents, including seclusion, isolation, and segregation from mainstream society.
Whereas the U.S. Department of Justice has reported that the rate of violent crimes against people with developmental issues and other disabilities is doubled as compared to people without disabilities. Individuals diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder may be at higher risk. Whereas when youth with autism get to participate in programs in their community with their family, friends, and neighbors, they learn from their peers who serve as their circle of support and also as role models to help them with social skills and communication, thereby preparing them for a life of dignity and respect within the community.
Whereas, while inclusion and acceptance is at the center of our culture, it's naturally at the heart of our students, and makes this a wonderful time to harness the awareness and inclusivity of society by accepting people who are different, no matter what his or their difference is. Now, therefore, be it resolved that Milpitas Unified School District hereby proclaims the month of April as Autism Acceptance Month and encourages all educators to celebrate this occasion with appropriate ceremonies, activities, and programs fostering integration and inclusion. Passed and adopted by the Memphis Unified School District Board of Education at a meeting